Hey guys, what's up? Grimsy42 here with the last part in the crazy Craigslist streak that I went on. And hopefully this doesn't disappoint. I hope that you guys find this as impressive as I did. It's going to be two separate pickups, so I'm going to have to get right into it because it's a ton of stuff. It's probably like 50 games, so I really want to jump right into it. The first lot actually came with a couple controllers in addition to the games. First was a NES Advantage, which actually this is the first one of these I've owned since I was a kid, and it's dirty, but it looks like everything is in functioning condition. So I'm looking forward to cleaning this up thoroughly, actually, and giving it a try out. And then also with that, two standard NES controllers. So I'm starting to get a kind of a stockpile of these. I try not to get them when when I can avoid it, but unfortunately, if they're going to come with a lot, I'm not going to turn them down, especially if I bundle at a really good price, which in this case I think I did. So anyways, let's get right into the games. I'm going to kind of pour through them because some of them are definitely forgettable titles. So I'll kind of fly through them, and I'll just talk about the decent ones. The first one is Championship Bowling. Next is Super Spy Hunter, Jackal, Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat, Wheel of Fortune Vanna White Edition. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see or hear, there's kind of like right where my finger is, there's like a crack. It looks like somebody stood on it with a high heel shoe. I'm sure the game still works fine, but it's definitely defaced, and definitely something I'll be getting rid of quickly. I don't like to have damaged games in my collection. The next one is To the Earth. Bases Loaded, second season. And Top Gun second mission. So that's the first stack. Let's get into the second stack. There's 4 stacks, so I have to hurry up through these. RC Pro-Am, WrestleMania, Super Off-Road, starting Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it's terrible, I'm sorry, but he after all, he was the president of California, so I love the movie. Hopefully I like the game. It's actually my second copy of this, so I think I should try that one out. Next one's a Tengen game that's pretty beat up. It's Miss Pac-Man. Next one is one of the crappiest copies of Super Mario 3 I've ever seen. But I'm pretty confident I can at least get it looking a little better and working. So, whatever. Next is Double Dribble. I loved that game as a kid. Next is another Skate or Die. The next one is the ever elusive Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. This one actually doesn't have the Nintendo seal of quality on it. I'm not sure. I believe there actually are a few variants. I'm not sure if that's the variant or if it's just the coloring in the background, but this one looks odd to me, so I definitely think this is one of the variants. They're not any more rare or valuable. It's just, something different to have if you're a variant collector, which I don't really know if I am yet, so I hang on to them if I find them, but I'm not like actively seeking them. The next one is Narc. Next is Joust. Days of Thunder. Break Time. The National Pool Tour. Another game I loved as a kid. Excite Bike. I used to like making my own courses. I thought it was really, really fun. Next is Operation Wolf. Alright, getting into the last stack here. The next one is Renegade. Rampage. Another game I was definitely looking forward to picking up, and I'm glad that I did. Metal Gear. I'm a huge fan of the series, so unfortunately this one's got writing on the back, and the back label back label's a little damaged, but I'll clean it up pretty good, and when a better one comes along, I'll just upgrade. The next one is Mad Max. The next one is Galaga. The next two I'll actually show you together. It's two copies of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and they're both actually in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like there's any label damage on them, so definitely happy to pick up a couple copies of this. The other thing too that's really odd is the seal of quality is different on them, so I don't know if you can kind of see right there, it's kind of like gold, and then on this one it's actually silver. So I'm not sure what's up with that, and I'm definitely going to have to look into that a little more before I get rid of one of these, because they have different back labels too. So that's definitely really cool. It's definitely something I'll have to look into. Okay, these last two games are filthy disgusting, but I'm hoping I can get them cleaned up. The first one is MC Kids, or Mick Kids, depending, and that's not derogatory towards Irish little kids, I believe. It's more kind of like a commercial for McDonald's. But I'm actually told that it's a pretty solid platformer. I recently heard about it in a video that a fellow YouTuber did. And he said it was a really good game, so I'm definitely excited to try it out. And lastly, unfortunately, this one has a little label damage too, but it's a pretty popular game and sought after, so I was happy to grab at least a copy of it. River City Ransom, and kind of as you can see, like right there, I don't know if it's showing, but the label's like peeling back a little, kind of like the laminate's peeling back, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's that lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It was 32 games, the NES Advantage and the 2 controllers, and I wound up picking it up for $65. So it breaks down to like $2 a game if you don't count the controllers. So I mean that's a really good deal. You really don't see $2 NES games, and when you do, you know, there's no Mike Tyson's Punch-Out in it. I guarantee you that. So that was pretty awesome. But that is nothing compared to, at least in my opinion, the final thing I'm going to talk about. It was an N64 lot. So I'll go ahead and start showing it to you. First thing is a first-party controller pack. Next is kind of a little adapter so that you can use a coaxial for the N64, and it is Nintendo brand. Next is 2 rumble packs. And this one here has got a really cool Ocarina of Time sticker on it. It's definitely not official, but it's put on there kind of flush and straight, so I think I'm going to leave it on there because it definitely looks cool. But yeah, that's really cool that I could pick up 2 extra rumble packs. And now for the good stuff. When I had seen this lot, the guy had originally wanted $200 for it, and to be honest, I didn't even think it was that bad of a deal. But obviously, I'm going to try to talk the guy down, and I definitely did. I will tell you in the end what I paid for everything, but the first thing is a boxed green controller. And this thing is in like very, very good condition. I mean, the analog is nice and tight. It's even still got like the insert in the box and everything, so it's in really, really good shape. It's definitely collector quality, and it's definitely something I'm happy to have. I've also got a boxed gray controller, so I guess I'll go ahead and try to pick up all the boxed controllers. But yeah, I was definitely happy to grab this. This was one of the highlights of this lot, and they keep coming, trust me. Next is a complete boxed N64, and I believe it is missing the paperwork, unfortunately. Yeah, the paperwork's not in there, but I mean, it's got the styrofoam and everything, and the analog is really tight. It's got the coaxial and the power cord. It doesn't have an AV cable, but I've got plenty of them, and unfortunately, no expansion pack. I came to find out that the reason there was no expansion pack is the person stopped playing N64 before it came out, so these have been sitting in his attic, I believe, the whole time since then. But it's really nice to get a 64 with the styrofoam. I'm definitely happy to have that. This system is in very good cosmetic shape. There is like no damage to speak of anywhere. It's really not scratched or anything. So unless I'm clumsy right now and drop it, we should be okay. But yeah, I already have a boxed 64. Unfortunately, mine did not come with the styrofoam, but it had everything else, like the paperwork and the little tool to remove the jumper pack and everything. It was like 100% complete other than the styrofoam. But I'll actually be keeping this one the way it is, if you can tell, based on the little characters up there. This is actually a G1 N64, and that's really cool, you know, because I mean this thing came out in '96, and the box is in really good shape. I mean the corners are all nice, and you know, none of them are really banged up or anything, and I'm definitely happy to grab that. Now on to the good stuff. Boxed games. So before we get to the boxed games, and there is a decent amount here, he did have 2 loose games. The first one is F1 World Grand Prix. And the next one he had the manual and all the inserts for, which is really good, because I'm just missing the box to complete it. So Star Fox 64, like I said, it's got all the inserts. And we've all seen it, but the cart's in really good shape, so definitely happy to grab that. Okay, let's get into these boxed games. I'll try to do them in like descending order of how good they are. The first one, I actually enjoyed this game. I had a good time with it. It's Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. And this is enhanced by the expansion pack, so you don't need it to play it. So that's probably, you know, why he didn't have it. The next one, I'm not sure if it's a launch title, but it definitely came out right at the beginning. Excuse me, I'm kind of losing my voice here. It came out right at the beginning of the N64's time, and it's Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. And all these are in like really, really good shape, so I'm super happy to pick these all up. And the next one is Tetrasphere. Next one's another one that came out right at the beginning, and I had a lot of fun with. It's Cruisin' USA. This was also really popular in the arcade with the Ultra 64 series. Next one is, I believe, another launch title. It's Pilot Wings 64. Really fun game. I also had a lot of fun playing this. I'm actually probably going to play through it again, see if I've gotten any better or worse as I've gotten older. Next one is another game that I had a lot of fun with. I identify with N64 games a lot. They just were, it was a perfect time for me. I was, you know, old enough to have a good memory of what I was playing and to be skilled at them. So, Wave Race 64, and it's the non-player's choice, which is awesome. Next one is arguably the greatest multiplayer game ever, and I'm super happy to pick it up. GoldenEye 64. Next one is the game that redefined 3D platforming. Super Mario 64. Always nice to get the flagship game in non-greatest hits edition and boxed and complete. It's in like immaculate condition too. Next we have Banjo-Kazooie, a game done by Rare in their heyday when they were definitely on their game. So I've actually already got this complete, so that's a double. And this next one I also have complete already, but this is a variant. So this one is actually, I believe, the second printing of it. Either that or it's just the non-collector's edition. I'm not actually sure. It's Zelda the Ocarina of Time. I don't know if you can kind of tell. It's got like a embossed, all the Zelda lettering is embossed. So that's definitely really cool to get. So I wound up getting all of that. The 2 rumble packs, the memory card, the adapter for the coaxial, the boxed green controller, the boxed N64, the 2 loose games, and I think there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 boxed games, including Zelda, Mario, Banjo, GoldenEye, Wave Race, Pilot Wings, Cruisin' USA, Tetrasphere, Shadows of the Empire, and Episode 1 Racer. So some solid titles in there. And I wound up getting all this for $120. You know, that is a decent amount of money, but I mean, just like 3 of these box games alone is worth that. You know, I mean, even just if I were to get the 10 box games, that's $12 a piece. And we all know a box sell does not go in $12 on eBay, and neither is a Mario or a Banjo or a GoldenEye. And that doesn't count the system and the controller, so I definitely was happy with this deal. Sometimes you gotta pay a little bit to get some good stuff, but I really don't think too many people will disagree that that was a great deal. So anyways, that's the end of my my Craigslist streak. Hopefully it continues. I'm hoping this nice weather just keeps the deals rolling, and I hope everyone enjoyed this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and share. And if you have any questions, or if you've seen anything you were interested in trading with from me, from any of these, feel free to message me. And I will let you know if it's for trade. And take care, guys. Thanks for watching.